Hey ants, Guy Venom here, and Minecraft back to another welcome video. And today we're going to be checking out the new Minecraft Snapshot that came out today, which is 15w42a. And this one adds a couple of new things into the game that I want to go over, so let's go ahead and let's do that, just like we normally do. So there's two new enchantments that have been added into the game. These enchantments cannot be gotten from an enchantment table, but they can be found, and items with the enchantments can be found as well. I do know specifically that items with the new enchantments can be found in the end city, but as far as other locations, I'm not overly sure, so feel free to let me know on that. But anyways, the enchantments themselves are Frostwalking and Mending. Now, Frostwalking is pretty painfully easy to understand. You just apply the enchantments to some boots, and as see, we have Frostwalker 1 right here, and when you are walking around near water here, you can actually just walk and bam, ice will form underneath your feet. But as you're walking around, you may notice that the ice itself is starting to crack, so it's temporary ice that will start disappearing behind you here. And with these boots you can run, but you can't run and jump. So if I go ahead and I run here, you can see like the ice will form fast enough in front of me here. And if I go ahead and I go into game mode 0, let's go ahead and let's see if the durability on these go down or anything like that. It doesn't look as if they do, so you pretty much have infinite running across ice. So if you wanted to face up against a mob that can only walk towards you, then it may be a good idea to have frost walking, because these things are actually kind of OP right now. But if you use the Frostwalking 2 boots, these form the ice a little bit faster and a little bit further out ahead of you here. So if I go ahead and I run and jump, well, you can get an occasional jump in, but if I go ahead and I just start running and jumping like crazy, more than likely I'll wind up in the water. But actually, in this instance, it didn't really look like it. So I wouldn't recommend jumping constantly, but maybe like as soon as you land, wait a second, and jump. Well, okay, there you go. See, it didn't quite work out there. But yeah, that's how Frostwalking works. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at Mending, which is a far more interesting enchantment that's recently come out. So Mending can be applied to any item, and basically what Mending is whenever you wind up picking up experience orbs, if you're holding an item that has Mending, it will repair the item rather than giving you the experience levels. So yeah, it's really quite interesting in the way that it works. So let's go ahead and let's demo it off here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spawn some chickens here. So summon, well, actually, you know what? No, let's summon cows. Cows are way better to kill. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So bam. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and kill a few cows without actually dealing any damage to this sword. And this sword also does have Unbreaking 3, which is a totally reasonable enchantment to expect yourself to want to get at any given point in time. So yeah, okay, let's go and let's see. Let's kill him here. Let's kill him. Okay, there we go. So the durability is now down by 1. And when I pick up that enchantment level, or that one little enchantment pearl, it instantly repairs the item. So this is now an infinite sword. Just saying, like, I will never have to repair this in an anvil. And this is really OP because the process of repairing an item in an anvil causes it to take up more and more and more enchantment levels as time goes on. But I don't think that's how that works with the Mending enchantment. So I would say the Mending enchantment is one of the best enchantments in the game right now. If you wind up finding an item with a Mending, I would recommend holding on to it for dear life. But another thing that you can do with the Mending enchantment as well is if you go ahead and you take, like, let's just go and let's give ourselves Unbreaking here, Unbreaking, and then Mending, and then something like a golden pickaxe or something. So a golden pickaxe, which can absolutely rip through everything. Let's go ahead and let's apply the enchantments to these. I didn't get the golden pickaxe. Give me the golden pickaxe, please. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do that up here. Okay, I did actually get it. There we go. Bam. So Mending, and then Unbreaking 3. So this will pretty much allow me, like, if I wind up getting near any coal or anything like that, let's get below the sand at least. Okay, bam. If I wind up getting near any coal while I'm digging, which is a pretty common occurrence, you can pretty much have a speed digging axe. So let's go ahead and let's go back into game mode 3, game mode 0 here, bam, bam, bam. And it's not going to cost that much to use either. So yeah, the Unbreaking definitely helps on something like this. And as you can see, speed digging, yay. So pretty much just hope that you wind up running into coal if you wind up using this thing. So yeah, that's pretty much how those two enchantments work. And yeah, one thing that a Reddit user did actually note is that it may be a great idea to start fighting the Ender Dragon more and more. Because I do know in the snapshot, it's supposed to be a feature that you're going to be able to respawn the Ender Dragon. So yeah, it might give you a lot more reason to wind up fighting the Ender Dragon because you get pretty much free, like, item repairs. So yeah. Alright, two new changes that have come in as well, aside from these, is that boats have been significantly fixed up a little bit, in that when you wind up, you know, actually riding in a boat, they go a lot faster now, and it's probably more, you know, equated to the speed that boats were prior. So, you know, this actually looks pretty fast now, and if you want to turn, it's actually like a little bit faster than it was before. So, pretty cool. Now, if I go ahead and I slowly start tapping the A key here, you can see that I'm going quite fast while doing a turn. So yeah, very cool. I think that boats are a lot more enjoyable now, closer to where they were originally, and I do like the oar system. I just didn't like how slow boats went to begin with. Yay, I've picked up a passenger. And yeah, I didn't mention that in the previous snapshot, but boats are now, you know, 2 passenger seats. So you could have a player ride along with you, which is pretty cool. At least I think that's how that works. So yeah, I have brought my humble chicken along with me. Chicken, you are my best friend, and now you are trapped in a boat. So yeah, you can see if the chicken is the only passenger, he winds up in the middle slot, but if he's not the only passenger, he winds up in the back. So that's pretty cool. So anyways, moving on here. The last thing that I wanted to show off is that now the brewing stands have an additional required item. So now you must put blaze powder into a 5th slot into the brewing stands, and it will sort of like fill up this little meter right here. And when you first do this, it will basically activate a timer that allows you to brew up to 30 potions. So I think that's 10 uses of the brewing stand with 3 potions at a time. So that's pretty cool. Some people were complaining that this might ruin automatic potion farms, but that's actually not the case. You still can actually set up the blaze powders to wind up working with an automatic farm. And again, if you wind up putting in 64 blaze powders, this is going to last a while. So no real worries on that part, even if you can't like manually inject the items with hoppers or anything, or automatically inject them with hoppers. So yeah. All right, one more thing that I wanted to show off is that the old boat bug, even though they said a lot of bugs were squandered, this one wasn't fixed. This one right here that allows you to get launched super duper high. So yeah, pretty sure this is not intended. And then if you get off the thing, it just goes down super fast. But one thing I wanted to show you guys before I go ending off this video is actually a world that I renamed to make sure that I don't accidentally delete it. But I don't want to move my mouse at all on this world, because if I go ahead and I wait for it to load up here, it may actually wind up taking a fair little bit, but it's well worth it. So as you can see here, if I go ahead and I check out the numbers on the top left of the screen here, this was a world that I used the boat bug on, that I launched myself 200,000 blocks into the air. Now, as you can see, I have fallen all the way down to 6,000 blocks, and I'm doing that by flying at a 90 degree, like I'm flying 90 degrees straight. So that's sending me only on the x-axis in the positive direction. And I'm flying 30 degrees down, exactly 30 degrees down. I'm quite proud of the fact that I got my z-axis to be absolute 0. So yeah, I have flown over 1.4 million blocks on this world, and I do think it will wind up over 1.5 million. So yeah, this is using the elytra wings as well, so I'm not just free falling or something like that. So, interesting. I just thought I would show it off for you guys. So, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to wait for this to land, and then we'll see how far we went. Let's go ahead and let's wait for this, shall we? Alright, so we are about 300 blocks from the ground now, and you can actually see my character has just finally started to come into view here, and it looks as if I am actually in the world, so I'm gonna wind up landing. Well, I don't know if my character's actually going to land. Oh, maybe I will. Let's go ahead and let's check this out here. So I don't mind if I adjust my angle a little bit now, but check this out. The chunks are actually generating underneath me, like, quite alright. Okay, here we go. We're about to land. We're about to land. Where are we going to land? I don't know. Oh, God. What just happened? I'm flying through the world. Okay, there we go. Oh, God. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck, you guys. I'm stuck. Okay, can I unstuck myself? Yay! Okay, this is how we landed. What is going, there we go. Okay, I was really wondering what was going on there. So, yeah, this is where we wound up landing on this seed on 1.9 when I flew up 200,000 blocks and then flew down at that 30-degree angle there. We made it 1.476 million blocks out. So I guesstimate if you flew up about 420, maybe 430,000, or 4.2 to 4.3 million blocks, and then you did this, you could probably reach the world border. So yeah, obviously you can't do this on survival though, because the elytra wings have a limited durability. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this random video. My name is Ant Venom, and I bid you all farewell, guys. Thanks so much for watching.